Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today my guest is from West Georgia Hospice. I have the Executive Director, Kathy Wiggins. Kathy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton. Good morning.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you come back on the show and talk about some wonderful things that are happening in our community, and more so a little bit about the Hospice LaGrange and some of the wonderful services that you and your staff provide there. But before we get started, and I know that you were here with me last year, and we talked about the tour homes. We're going to talk about that momentarily, but let's just talk a little bit about Hospice LaGrange, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, Hospice LaGrange is our 16-bed hospice house, and we're so fortunate to have it. It's actually 16 years old this month, and it provides acute care, crisis intervention care for our home hospice patients. It also provides respite for our home hospice patients, and we have a few beds that we use as residential care and short-term residential care for people who are eligible to be on our hospice program. And West Georgia Hospice, of course, is our program, and Hospice LaGrange is the name of our building, and that's a little confusing. But Mr. Ely Calloway, who donated the money for our facility, is the one who named it Hospice LaGrange, and we're very proud to have it. Patients can come to Hospice LaGrange directly from another facility. They can come from out of state, but when they come there, they have to be eligible with a statistical prognosis of 6 months or less if their illness runs its natural course to come on West Georgia Hospice and then stay there.
Okay. So, I mean, and I've been in the facility a number of times, and I know everybody know where you all are located, but go ahead and tell them the address.
It's right beside the hospital. It's 1510 Vernon Road, and it's up on the hill beside the hospital. It's a beautiful facility. It has a lot of Tennessee flagstone stonework around it, cedar shingles. In the inside, we have 5 fireplaces that are working. And we have 4 different living areas and 4 patient rooms in each living area. And so families have a place to gather, and we have a family kitchen so that they can have a small meal if they'd like. And we have over 104 volunteers that help us, not only at Hospice LaGrange, but with our home hospice patients. So we're very fortunate here in Troup County to have our house there.
You know, and like I stated a moment ago, I've been in the facility a number of times. Unfortunately, my next door neighbor, Mr. Bob Lee, was one of the last persons I visited there and stuff. And every time I come in, it's such an inviting atmosphere.
Thank you.
The staff, not to name anyone particular, but the entire staff is just a wonderful group of people to have there at that facility.
Thank you. Being told that you are eligible for hospice is a very scary thing for the patient and for the family. And we want to keep that from being a scary thing. A person is going to go through their illness with or without us. And I strongly believe after 30 years, and our program is 30 years old now, I do believe that the journey is a lot easier with the help of our hospice staff than it is alone.
Absolutely. I must agree, because like I stated, having been there and just see that care and even the calmness that sometimes seems like that comes over the family members as well. I think it's just, it's just so serene, I think.
Thank you. Absolutely. You can see that sometimes when someone comes in the door and they're frightened and they realize that people are friendly. The facility is home-like. It's not like most nursing homes. We're very fortunate at LaGrange that our nursing homes are great too.
Right.
But in some areas, people are afraid of that, and when they see that it's a home-like environment and they can make it their home, the families as well, while they're there, I think that brings a lot of peace.
Absolutely.
And then our specially trained staff, our nurses, our social workers, our certified nursing assistants, our chaplains, our volunteers, all the people that serve the patients go through very, very extensive special training to do what they do. And
it shows. It absolutely. Every time we come in, it shows. And you mentioned a couple of things there, Kathy, I want to ask about. You mentioned about home hospice, and you also mentioned about volunteers. I know volunteers play a big, vital role in all of the service agencies in our community. Talk a little bit about home hospice and volunteers too.
Well, our program started as a home hospice program. We serve 5 counties. We go to patients' homes in Troup, Harris, Heard, Meriwether, Coweta. I think it's, did I say 5?
Yes,
I believe I did.
That's right.
5 counties. So you don't have to come to Hospice LaGrange. Most people want to be in their own home and be served in their own home. And the registered nurse, the certified nursing assistants, the chaplain, the social workers, the bereavement coordinators, all these people come out into your home to visit you and help make things as easy as possible for you. when the patient needs medications, the family doesn't have to go get their prescriptions filled. You and I were talking earlier about filling pill boxes for loved ones. Our staff does that for you. And the medications are delivered by FedEx to your home. So you don't even have to go out to pick up that refill. And this is a huge time saver and concern saver for a family member, and they can use that time to enjoy being with their loved one instead of having to do those kinds of things.
You know, so I mean, again, just a vital service that is a part of our community. You know, without the services of your volunteers and your staff members, some of these things would not, I guess, come to fruition there. Now, and you know, the location there, again, we know where it's located, and every year you all have a fundraiser to try to help kind of defray some of the costs of some of the services that you all provide. And this year, this is the 13th annual fundraiser, and I know that we have some items that are displayed here on the set, and we're going to get a chance to talk about them. But talk a little bit about your fundraisers coming up, and how can people get involved with it?
Okay, thank you. Our West Georgia Hospice Christmas Tour of Homes is Sunday, December 2nd. From 2 to 6 p.m. and that will be here very soon. So we hope people will start planning and put it on their calendars. The Christmas Tour of Homes starts at Hills and Dales Visitor Center, and that's the visitor center for the huge Callaway Mansion. And most people in LaGrange know where that is, and I think it's pretty easy to find on the internet if someone from out of town would like to come. The tickets are $25, and all of the proceeds go directly to patient care services for people who do not have reimbursement for their services or a way to pay for their services. The homes this year, we have 5 homes. Usually we only have 4, but this year we have 5.
Okay.
We'll have the LaGrange College President's Home. Now, we've had it on tour in past years, but as most of us know, the McAlexanders are a new president family, and Mrs. McAlexander will have the home decorated differently than it has been in the past, and we look forward to seeing what she has. We also have Rod and Kim Skiff, Brandon and Maria Solomon, Wes and Suzanne Turton, and Tracy and Jody Ward. So we have 5 very different homes, and these families will decorate their homes for Christmas. The homes are usually very beautiful, and we get to see other people's traditions in their homes, and I think it's fun to do. And now, after doing this for 13 years, we've been able to show a lot of beautiful homes in our area. If you go to Hills and Dales between 2 and 6, you can buy your ticket there, and I'll tell in a minute we have some other places to buy tickets. But at Hills and Dales we have a Christmas boutique with Christmas items, and you can see displayed here quite a few. We have a lot of mercury glass items. We have Christmas burlap Christmas stockings, and burlap's really popular right now. We have gift towels. We have a lot of Christmas ornaments, garden ornaments. We have things for children. Here's a little pair of reindeer bedroom slippers, little purse. We have small trees. Almost anything that you would want. Most of our items are priced at $30 or under. Most of them $20 or under, actually. So it's a great place to buy teacher gifts or for your friends and that kind of thing. And family members, yes.
As I was looking here at the tree, I'm like, that's a very nice tree, you know. I decorated last year for Christmas, but this year I don't know whether I'm going to do it or not, so I may have to come over and get a tree. That's right, absolutely.
Get a small tree.
Absolutely.
And also at Hills and Dales we have very elegant refreshments are included in that price, and we always have beautiful music. We've had the handbell choir from First Baptist Church, we've had a cappella singers, we've had string instruments playing, so come be surprised, but we'll have some beautiful Christmas music for you while you're there as well.
Sounds like a wonderful event, and it's a fun-filled event as well. I mean, and to kind of help usher everybody into the Christmas spirit. And so that's going to be Sunday, December the 2nd from 2 until 6 will be the actual tour of homes, and then they can visit the boutique there to see some, not only these items, but other items that are there for sale. And it's all for a good cause. The ticket price is $25. And where can they pick up tickets?
Okay, tickets are available at Hill Street House, Plum Southern, Ellie Bells, Stevens Exclusive, Hills and Dales, and of course at Hospice LaGrange.
Okay, all right, very good.
And you can buy them at the door that day, but we do try to put a time for you to tour, but we're very lenient with that. But buying ahead is good too. So
very good. So I guess people that want to go on the tour, they come to the Hills and Dale and they'll stage there, and will there be a van to carry people around?
There will be.
Okay.
Through the generosity of Chris and Mike Patton, we have 8 vans from them, and then we have some vans from the hospital, and there will be drivers to take you to your home. So you can park at Hills and Dales and just let us take care of you for the afternoon.
That's
and
right.
Enjoy relaxing. And it's a great thing to do with a Sunday school class or garden club or civic club, you know, friends to get together, supper clubs, those kinds of things. It's a great event for a group like that. You can have a good time, and you're also making a wonderful contribution to West Georgia Hospice at the same time.
And then the main thing, all the funds that are raised stay right here in Troup County, correct?
For West Georgia Hospice, yes, sir.
Very good.
That's right.
Now, as we get ready to close out, you mentioned a moment where we talked about this is the 13th annual fundraising event, tour of homes, and you talked about the 5 beautiful homes that will be decorated. But we also want to talk a little bit about, you mentioned in your earlier conversation, 30 years that Hospice LaGrange has been here.
Yes.
Talk about that, Kathy.
West Georgia Hospice was founded in 1982, and we saw 20 patients that year, and we've seen thousands since then. We started out in Troup County, and there were no cell phones. You had to go stop at the country store to call back if you couldn't find the home you were going to. And of course, for all those years until 1996, we were strictly home hospice, and now we continue to be home hospice. A lot of people see our building and they don't realize we do take care of patients in their homes. But 30 years has been quite a journey, and we've seen a lot of changes with regulations, and they've become very strict on us with Medicare regulations and governmental regulations, and we follow those to the hilt. And we're just so proud of what we've been able to do in our community for others.
Well, Kathy, we are very fortunate to have you and the staff and the Hospice LaGrange here in our community. And I just want to thank you for coming on today. And I know that the community will come out and support the tour of homes and, you know, buy some great gifts for Christmas and again, take advantage of the beautiful homes. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
I enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now my guest is from the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority. I have the Promotions and Marketing Director, Barbie Watts. Barbie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton. Good to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you again. I think we were hanging out last night together a little bit too, weren't we?
Oh, yes.
It was a nice little event, wasn't it?
Starting the holidays.
Starting them off right, absolutely. When we're talking about starting the holidays, I know that you're the lady with your finger on the downtown pulse of all the things that will be taking place. And I know that, you know, throughout the month of November and then starting into December, there's going to be a number of things happening downtown there to kind of get out foot traffic. Let's just jump in and kind of start talking about some of those things. But before we do that, and I know that you've been on before, Barbie, and you told us about your role at the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority. Talk a little bit about your role there as the Promotion and Marketing Director for us.
Okay. Well, I work with the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority doing promotions and marketing, and the main goal is to increase the foot traffic downtown, bring people into our wonderful stores and restaurants that are there, and also just to create events that are fun for the community and just enhance our quality of life in LaGrange. So we try to plan things that, you know, are family oriented, or some things that are more for the adults, just to offer a wide variety of activities for everybody to enjoy.
Well, you know, in our downtown area, I walk through the downtown sometime, walking out to my favorite restaurant there to eat, and you know, the buildings are filling up downtown, and you do see people out and about, and I think that's, you know, attributed to you and the Downtown Development Authority and everybody, and I'm just glad to see that happening.
It's wonderful. We have some great shops and restaurants, and I'm so proud to be able to represent them and to try to get the word out so people understand, you know, that we have some really fine restaurants to eat at downtown, and great for lunch, also fabulous for dinner. And it's very exciting to me to drive through and see people, you know, see the streets loaded up and people walking up and down the sidewalk enjoying our downtown, because it is beautiful.
You're absolutely right. Well, let's just kind of jump in, because there's a number of things that will be happening here over the next couple of weeks, but I want to start out by talking about one that's coming up. It's called the Holiday Open House.
Yes.
Tell the listening audience what that's all about.
Okay. This is a LaGrange tradition. This year it's going to be on Sunday, November the 18th. And I think that's the weekend right before Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Anyway, our shops downtown are, you know, getting all ready for the holidays and for sales, and they've, you know, stocked up with lots of good gift items, and they're chance to welcome everybody in the community in to shop and enjoy, starting off their holiday shopping a little early. It runs from 1 to 5. And I think most all of the shops downtown are going to be open and participate in this as a big event for our downtown.
Well, very good. I was out at a location, not in the downtown area the other day, and I noticed they had just Christmas decorations all over the place. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's that time of year again already.
Yes, they have to get ready, get ready early.
That's right, get ready early. So that's the holiday open house that's going to be in the downtown area on November the 18th. Okay, very good. And I guess, when you say open house, so that'll be all of the merchants, or are there any particular merchant that will be participating, or is that pretty much everybody?
I think pretty much all of our shops downtown, especially the gift shops, and I know they also have some refreshments and things like that, and just try to create a fun atmosphere and get everybody ready to shop. And it is so convenient to shop here in town and shop at home, and I know a lot of them offer free gift wrapping and things like that, so it's a good thing to take advantage of.
Absolutely. Free gift wrapping, I always take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Of course, they do a much better job than I do.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
So it's wonderful.
All right. There's some other things that are taking place. I know that I think some of the local high schools are getting involved with the next event. That sounds like some downtown decorations.
Yes,
Talk
this is
about that.
another one of our LaGrange traditions. We have so many great traditions. Every year we've had different organizations or different artists. They have the opportunity to create these oversized ornaments. It's basically just a cutout around, looks like a big circle, 42-inch round circle, and they paint different scenes on them for the holidays. And then the City of LaGrange workers put them out for me, and we spotlight them, and we use them to decorate the square and just around town. So it's just something that we do in addition to the beautiful lights and everything that they do on the square for us each year.
Talking about the lights, I know that the workers probably will get started putting up those lights pretty soon.
Yes, Christmas comes early for them.
It does, absolutely. So it almost seemed like they just took them down the other day.
That's right.
So, but the square is always nicely done with the lights and of course the parkway.
And they're getting it all ready, to be in place for the Christmas parade that's coming up.
That's coming, and that's the next thing we want to talk about, the Christmas parade.
That's going to be on the 29th. That's the Thursday after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving, and of course we'll have Santa Claus there and some friends from the North Pole, and the event starts we call it Mingle with Kringle, from 3 to 5, and it's on the plaza in downtown LaGrange, and then the parade actually starts at 6.
At 6, okay. And I know that every year there's a Grand Marshal. And
yes.
Yeah, talk about the Grand Marshal.
Well, this year the Chamber of Commerce sponsors the parade. This year the Grand Marshal is Andrea Lovejoy.
That's right.
And the theme of the parade is Peace, Love, and Joy. So that was kind of a play on her name.
That's
but
right.
It's a great theme, and I guess the people that are in the parade will, decorate toward that.
That's right, absolutely. Peace, love, and joy. That's a great theme, I think.
It is wonderful.
And so that's the Christmas parade, and it seems like it kind of gets started earlier, or it comes a little bit earlier sometime, doesn't it?
No, they always do it the week after Thanksgiving.
Okay,
That's been our tradition. So I guess that date changes, based on when Thanksgiving falls.
That's right, that's right.
But this year it's the 29th.
Okay, very good. So that's the Christmas parade, and of course it's sponsored by the Chamber, but if people are interested in entering a float, there's still time to do that, correct?
Yeah, I think so. The Chamber of Commerce would be the place to call and to get the information and the guidelines and everything.
Well, very good. And you mentioned a moment ago about mingling with Kringle, mingle with Kringle.
Yes.
So talk a little bit more about that for us, if you don't mind.
Santa will be, available before the parade, and Rudolph and Frosty, I think, will be there with him, and people can come have their pictures made. I think he lights the tree before the parade starts, so that'll all take place at the Chamber of Commerce Plaza a couple hours before the parade.
Okay, well,
it's just kind of fun, fun while people are waiting for the parade to begin.
Absolutely. So you said Frosty would be there, so I hope we have a little bit of cool
weather.
Well,
yes, I hope so too.
That's right, a little cool weather there.
Set the right atmosphere for the Christmas.
And then, and then after the Christmas parade, Santa will be available on the square.
Yes.
To have pictures made. So talk about that for us.
Santa is going to be on the square every Saturday starting December 1st.
Okay.
Every Saturday in December from 1 to 4. And what we typically do, we have a big oversized sleigh that is on the square, and people can bring their children and bring their own cameras and take their holiday pictures there with Santa Claus. And of course, the children can talk to Santa and give them their list and tell them that they've been good and
Uh-oh.
all that good stuff.
All those good
So-
things.
Yeah, so
Okay.
anyway, that'll be every Saturday. Now, if it's raining, our downtown merchants will welcome Santa into their shop, and so the children can still come and see Santa. And I'll just have a sign in the sleigh that tells where he's located on that day. So hopefully we won't have rain, but if we do, we have a backup plan
There we
for
go.
that.
Very good, very good. And again, I guess the is for getting traffic in the downtown area.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
So talk about the importance of that too, Barbie.
Well, I think just once we get people into town, and get them visiting our shops, then there's so many different things to see and do down there, but it's just getting them to come down and make it a destination for the day. And so I feel like it'd be fun, for the family to come have lunch downtown and then come see Santa and then pick up some Christmas gifts or maybe come see Santa and then go have dinner, and just kind of create a family event around that, a holiday
Absolutely.
event. So.
Absolutely.
And start a tradition.
That's
So,
right, absolutely. I mean, because you can go downtown, because I do shop downtown a lot of times, and find very nice things, for family members and nieces and nephews. So it all depends on what you're looking for.
Right.
You can find it in the downtown area. Now, as we continue to talk about the downtown area, I know coming up on the 1st of December, you have a candlelight holiday shop.
Yes, this is
shopping
an
spree.
event that I guess this is another LaGrange tradition. It's geared to the adults. It's an evening event. It will be on Saturday, December the 1st, and it's from 5 to 9. And all of our downtown boutiques, gift shops, usually participate. They'll have refreshments. Of course, they're decorated for Christmas, and they'll just welcome everybody in for that event. This year we are selling a commemorative wine glass, and the proceeds will benefit the Big Brothers Big Sisters program here in LaGrange.
Oh, very good.
Registration will be at the Delavant. The wine glass is $20, and that's if anybody had come to our event in June, it's very similar to that. Of course, it has more of a holiday Christmas theme because of it being in December.
Okay, all right. And that the candlelight is on December the 1st. Now, if somebody was interested in coming through town, could they go ahead and get a glass now
Oh,
early?
yes.
Okay.
We are going to have some pre-sales for the glass just to speed things up a little bit on the evening.
Okay.
The glasses will be available to be picked up at the registration center. But anyway, yeah, we're going to start selling those. I guess the applications for the pre-sales will be in the stores November 12th.
November. Okay, very good. And that's a $20 commemorative glass there. And I guess if you want to buy your little set of 6 of them, that's an opportunity
Yes,
too,
yes, you can make a nice donation to the Big Brothers Big Sisters.
good.
So,
Well-
and some people they attend this event every year and they've collected the glasses, so they're adding to their set. So they'll
well,
have
very
a
good.
collection.
Very
And
good.
this year the image on the glass is going to be a fleur-de-lis pattern.
A fleur-de-lis. Okay. All right.
So we're changing that up a little bit just
very
for the
good.
new event.
So again, we have a number of events that will be taking place in the downtown area starting November the 18th. That
Yes.
goes all the way through December the 1st and on into the month of December, I'm sure, with all the shopping and various things that are going on, and the Mingle with Kringle throughout the whole time, and the Christmas parade, which is always a big event in the downtown area. And once again, a number of things. As we get ready to close out, you were talking about Big Brothers and Big Sisters. The proceeds from the community wine glass will go to benefit them.
Yes.
Talk about the tie-in between the downtown and Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Well,
there.
we always like to do something, for a charity or a good cause, and so the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization had approached us and asked if they could be the recipient of the funds, and we decided that would be a good cause for this year. So,
Very good.
So
Very good cause, and I asked that question because I'm a big
yeah,
myself.
that's
absolutely.
wonderful, and I
On the-
didn't realize
That's
that.
right,
so,
on the board of Big Brothers Big
Yeah,
Sisters as well,
so-
so it is a very good cause.
Yeah, we'd love to do our part to help support that program.
Well, thank you. Well, Barbara, well, thank you for coming on the show and just sharing this information. We just want to invite the public to come out and
Absolutely.
patronize each and every one of these events. And as we get into the Christmas spirit, holiday spirit, and shop locally.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barbie.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be back for more City Week in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been the Executive Director of West Georgia Hospice, Kathy Wiggins, and she talked about the upcoming tour of homes. So you want to make sure you come out and take a tour of these lovely homes that will be decorated and also contribute to a worthwhile cause. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I had on Barbie Watts, the Director of the LaGrange Downtown Development Authority, as she talked about a calendar of events of the things that will be happening in our downtown LaGrange over the next coming weeks. So ladies and gentlemen, by all means, I want to invite you to come out and patronize each and every one of those events. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.